Hey guys, I know it's early, but come on. Alright, so now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. He is a former Orange County Deputy Sheriff and is also the inventor of the Safe Texting application for Android, BlackBerry, and now the iPhone. He has appeared on television on several occasions to promote awareness concerning distracted driving. He has appeared with Dr. Drew, Nancy Grace, Casey Anthony trial. And so please give a warm round of applause for Mr. Brett Schumer.
Good morning. I'm loud and proud, and I'm glad to be here. Hello, Sharks. I love your name. That's fantastic. Well, I'm here for a reason. I'm here because I want to make a difference. And my goal today is that one person in this class pays attention. Just one. One person takes it to heart and believes what I talk about today. And that is texting and driving. Now let me make sure that I'm talking to the right group of people here. Number one, how many have a cell phone? Raise your hand if you have a cell phone. Raise your hand if you're learning how to drive. Awesome. Raise your hand if you already drive. Raise your hand if you've been a passenger in a vehicle. Raise your hand if you have watched somebody while you're a passenger in a vehicle text and drive. How many of you were uncomfortable? You were, weren't you? Well, that's why I'm here. Let me go back in history and give you a couple examples of why I'm here today. As I talked about before, El Presidente, and good job, by the way, I'm here for a reason. In 1985, I was an Orange County Deputy Sheriff. Not a fun job. I was on my way to a bank robbery in progress. I went to the scene, and as soon as I arrived, I was shot at twice. Both times missed. Not a good thing. Not good at all. So I thought to myself, wow, that's pretty cool. I made it. Pretty neat, right? How many know people that have a motorcycle? Okay. Well, I actually drove my motorcycle to Sturgis, South Dakota, and back. 5,400 miles. Made it all the way back to St. Augustine. All the way back. With about 7 people. 3 weeks on vacation. Greatest vacation of my life. Until a driver of a vehicle moved us all over into a lake. In other words, they ran us into a lake. 3 of us got injured, including me. I fell off my Harley. I rolled into a lake. I didn't even get injured because I had a helmet, and I rolled, and I was lucky. And I thank God for that. I was lucky. I admit it. I'm a lucky guy. Later on through the years, in 2005, I was the president of a motorsports company, and I decided, because I was the president, that I wanted to really have some fun. So I was a little egotistical back then. I wanted to learn how to be an Indy race car driver. Anybody ever want to do that? Very dangerous sport, and I'll tell you why. I went to the class. I wanted to be an Indy car driver, so I went to the class. I went to Las Vegas I went to the Speedway, and I got in a 900 horsepower, $800,000 race car. Now, you would think if you spend that much money, it's going to be a great car, right? Perfect. Wrong, because it's built by humans. On the 11th lap, at 186 miles an hour, on turn 3, that vehicle, with me inside it, runs out of fuel. Now, if anybody knows anything about G-forces and the Las Vegas Raceway, when you're doing that fast, the engine is not pushing. Therefore, I lost control of the vehicle and spun 6 times. I never hit anything. I missed everything completely. As a matter of fact, it was the son who was there, who was supposed to fill up the vehicles, and he was with his girlfriends, and he was showing off, and he forgot to fill up my car, and he forgot to fill up the car behind me. He got fired. A number of years later, as a matter of fact, 2 years ago, I'm driving in my vehicle, and an individual was not paying attention and broadsided me at 55 miles an hour in my Escalade. They T-boned me, I spun around, I hit another car and another car. He left the scene of the accident. 4 people went to the hospital, including me. Guess what? I'm lucky to be here. You know what I was thinking? I gotta be here for a reason. And my reason is to help educate you. And you, and you, and you. And I just hope one person in this room listens and makes a difference. And here's what I'd like you to do. When I raise my hand, I want you to just say, don't text and drive. Can you do that? Are you with me? Are you falling asleep right here? Right here? Are you falling asleep? You up? Somebody get me some coffee. All right, so let's practice. You guys got to be louder than that. All right, are you ready? Does everybody in here want to finish high school? Yeah. Does everybody in here want to go to college? Does everybody in here one day want to have a family? Does everybody in here want to have a job and a career and be successful? Does everybody in here want to be a great human being and set an example for their community? You get the point? Don't text and drive. How many in here have bad habits? Everybody does. You know why? Because we're human beings. That's right. She said it. And human beings make mistakes. And bad habits are hard to break. How about this? How many football players do we have in here? What position do you play? What do you play? Quarterback. All right, we got the quarterback right here. How many people are in track? Track and field. Great. If you went out to your football field and you stood on the 0-yard line and you put a hood over your face and you were totally 100% blindfolded, do you think you can make it to the other side without seeing anything? Well, some say yes, but I'd like to challenge you. You'd run into something. Here's my point. If you're in a vehicle and you're driving 55 miles an hour, and on the average, when you look down and text, OMG, LOL, BRB, what's the other ones? What is it? That's right. Who's got another one? There you go. If you do that, the average is 4.6 seconds. You're not paying attention. You're distracted. Guess what? At 55 miles an hour, you were blindfolded at 100 yards. Is that dangerous? You bet it is. So you know what? We're here today to show you a couple things. Some of them you're going to laugh. Some of them you're not going to laugh. But that's why we're here. So, Mr. President, will you hold this for just 1 second?